So we get a lot of questions about the difference between linear rails and recirculating ball rails. And so what I'm going to do is just show you a quick difference between two unassembled versions of the rails. The one on the right, which is here, is the linear rails that comes with the professional and the evil scientist version of the printer. The one on the left here is the recirculating ball rails. So the way that the metal linear rails work are that they're a single piece. It consists of a rail, this metal long piece, and then the carriage that sits on top of it. Okay, and the carriage can move up and down the rail just like this. The rail is attached to this black extrusion through these little holes where there will be screws, and the nuts slide into this little groove, this T-slot, that the screws will screw into, and that holds the rail tight. Now, the end stop mounts here and here will keep the carriage from sliding off of the end of the rail. And that's important because as you're assembling these, the little bearings on the inside that I'm not going to show you can spring out if it comes off of here. And so during the build video, what you'll see is that I attach these rails and put the end stops before we attempt to do the installation, which is something that none of the other build videos and documentation really show. And the consequence if you don't do it is that you'll slide the rail off, you'll lose all of your ball bearings, and probably do a lot of swearing like I did. Then this small piece, which is a carriage adapter, would actually screw into these four holes in the carriage. And then the black arms get attached here, and your belts will get mounted into here. And so your stepper motors will pull on the belt and cause your carriage to go up and down, just like this. Alright, and that's all there is to the linear rails. Now, of course, the benefit is that it's a metal piece. It has a very low manufacturing, very high manufacturing tolerance. And so, as metal, it's not going to wear out easily, and as manufacturing tolerances go, as long as you have this secured tightly, this metal piece isn't going to wiggle a lot. So let's go over to the plastic recirculating rails. Now this is unassembled, but what happens is that little white balls go into here, and those little white balls form bearings. It goes on both sides here, and these form the bearings of the kit. Now you'll attach with the bearings, you'll attach the rail here and here, and then you'll have as you can probably find online, and I've posted the video, you can put a screw and a nut that goes through here, and it holds these things on tight so that these are now held together. And then this carriage will slide up and down, and it's actually sliding up and down on the extrusion. Now, if you have a black extrusion, which you're paying $10 extra for, I have a feeling that over time this could cause some of that coloring and anodization to wear off. So if you have one of these black rails, I would suggest that maybe some point soon in the future you would want to upgrade to linear rail kits, which are priced anywhere from, with our kit, as an add-on, up to about $120 if you buy it on Amazon through OpenBeam. Now, on the other side, you want to make sure that it's secure as well. So there's this little plate, and this plate gets attached, and there are four little screws. Now, when you have the screw on the back and the screw on the front, and the plate on the front, then it's going to be attached really, really well and secure. So you'll be able to slide this up, and since it's plastic, it's got a higher manufacturing tolerance, and there's a possibility that this could wiggle a little bit, and as plastic it can make a little bit of noise. But one of the benefits of using this is, as you can notice from this rail, you're fixed, so your carriage, once it's assembled, can never go below this part. But if you go with one of these plastic rail kits, if you later decide that you want to extend this extrusion and make your printer taller or something like that, you're not limited in the same way that you are with this metal rail kit. So that's actually one of the benefits. The other thing that's similar, but it's a little bit different, is although I'm only showing this piece, there's a special piece that looks exactly like this, but the 4 holes actually mount here. Boom, 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 boom. So that way, this all operates the same way, but it's just a little slight different carriage adapter. Now, some of you are going to have 2 sets of adapters, and the reason why is because when we were printing, we hadn't measured, truthfully. We hadn't measured, and we didn't realize that you would need a special set. So you're going to get all of your old set. You're going to get all of these, and then you're also going to have the new set that are part of the Explorer kit that allow you to use this plastic extrusion kit. It's great because later, if you decide you want to upgrade, then all of your parts match. Yay, great for you. Now, you might be wondering what this little piece is up here for. I mean, you don't have a carriage that can slide off, but in both of these installations, this serves a second purpose, which is to attach your end stop. So that mechanically, when you're using this rail, it slides up to the top, and it will trigger a little lever, which sends an electrical signal to the controller, and it says, hey, this carriage is at the top of my line, right? And that's how it knows where the points in the print are going to be, because it calculates it based off of the point where that lever is pressed. Similarly, even though you don't have an end of the carriage, what this will do is it will ride up all the way to the top, and it will also trigger that switch. And so your printer will work exactly the same way mechanically. And some of the benefits of the plastic are that you can extend your rails as much as you want to, and it's less expensive, much less expensive. The drawback, of course, is that it can wear a little bit more. Both the plastic can wear out because it's plastic, and if you have the colored rail kit, you might get a little bit of wear on the side. But mechanically, they'll work the same way. They serve the same purpose, and because the calculations are being done, slight variances from a wiggle here probably wouldn't affect print quality, but that's something that you would have to judge for yourself. So this is the video. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment on the comment section. Thank you.